Look, they're professionals, and we got to find a way to get the job done. Right now, we're not finishing games, and they're tough losses, So we got to, at the end of the day, we got to find a way. We just got to continue to work. We got to continue to fight, and find a way to get the job done. That's the bottom line.
Someone like Edwin, who talked a lot over the last week about his waning confidence, how much concern do you have about what an outing like that will do?
Yeah, he's going through it right now. Obviously had a week to work on some things, and today gets ambushed on the first pitch of the inning, strike out, and then obviously the weight, ball down the line. Look, we got to continue to stay with him, work with him, and get him through it because he's a big part of our bullpen. Like he's not like he's got to continue to work. He's got to continue to fight, and we'll continue to give him the ball and find some matchups for him, and we got to get him going.
Bill?
It's not just Diaz. You have other relievers too, and how do you fix them? Sean Reed Foley, for example.
Yeah, look, they're going through it right now, and that's part of the challenge here, where you're trying to mix and match and put guys in position to have success, and right now we're not getting it done. Obviously they know they're better than that, and we just got to continue to stay positive with him. I know it's hard. And they will continue to work. They will continue to back each other up, and they'll get through it. But right now, we got a few guys back there that are struggling and maybe trying to be too fine, trying to do too much, and the conviction at times on our pitches. Having a hard time putting guys away or getting ahead. So it's a little bit of everything right now, and we just got to continue to work with them.
I realize it's early, but do you think changes need to be made to the bullpen before it's too late?
Well, that's what we got. We got to continue to work with them. They got the job done early in the year, and right now, that's not the case. So, we got to continue to work with them, and they'll get through it. But right now, it's a rough stretch.
Tim?
What other options did you have besides Diaz for the ninth?
I'm not going to get into the details, but, I thought Diaz was the right guy today. Sevi threw a hell of a game. Then I thought it was a good matchup for Otto in the eighth, and then I felt good with Edwin in the ninth. We just didn't get the job done.
So Lopez, Diekman.
Lopez was down.
Yeah. And so what hesitations did you have going to Diaz so soon again in a spot like that?
Well, he's our closer. Like in order for us to win games and get to where we want to get, he's got to pitch. And, I felt like that was the right spot for him.
Abby?
Will he continue to stay in the closer role, or will he get a few more low leverage innings?
He's got to continue to pitch. My job is to continue to find lanes for him, and he's got to fight through it. We can't hide him. He's got to go. He's got to pitch. He's too good of a pitcher, and I'm pretty confident that he'll turn it around. But in the meantime, we just got to continue to work with him and put him in situations where we feel good about it. Today was one of them, and we just didn't get the job done.
Andrew?
Are there any unique challenges with him pitching with the pitch clock for the first time? And obviously that stolen base was something that led to the tying run there.
Yeah, there's an adjustment period for him, but I don't want to make excuses for him. This is the first time for him, but he's been few outings already, so he's used to it now. I felt like he's slowing the game down. I think it just comes down to execution and the sharpness of his pitches, and we just couldn't get 3 outs today.
Steve?
Carlos, in the seventh inning, with a runner on second, Lindor looked like he was taking a pitch the whole time in the full count. Did you talk to him about what was going on there?
Yeah, he had a hard time seeing his breaking ball, and he was one of those that 3-2. It's like I'm not seeing it well, so that was it.
So he was just hoping that he threw one out of the zone
because the way he obviously he didn't see it. He chased. And he was having a hard time picking it up. So,
Dan?
Carlos, what did you think of Beatty's at-bats today?
Look, that homer was huge, for him to get a good pitch and put a good swing and drive the ball that way, especially to put the team ahead. I thought he was a lot better, even though he chased early in the game. But for him to continue to fight and get a good pitch, put a good swing, I thought it was good.
Abby,
What did Severino do so well?
And he was really, really good. Fastball hot live, the sinker to righties, the sweeper. I mean, everything seems like everything was working today. You know, the four seam, velo. He was getting swing and misses. He was getting weak contact early in counts. Like he was in complete control of the game today. Hell of an outing for him.
Manny,
When you came out to visit him, he made one more pitch after that. What did you say to him? What was the conversation?
That was his game. That was his game. I wanted him to have conviction. I wanted him. I said, this is your hitter. You know, this is your game. We're gonna win it. You just make sure you continue to execute pitches, and he did.